They don't care about seeing the third-string walk-on running back and what he runs in the 40. This was just Cross, Polk, and Emerson. Perfect. So I appreciated that. And then what I saw there worked with what I read on Twitter later that was coming from sources, and scouts and things like that, that the state guys all had a pretty good day. I would say Polk probably was, when I say least impressive, he was still good. He ran well. I think he ran 4.61, which is right on his time from the combine. Caught the ball in drills, looked good in drills. Emerson had a great day. I think he ran 4.52 in the 40, so that's a good time for his size. He had a good broad jump. He looked great in drills as I watched him. Thought he was very good. And then Charles Cross, that is a scary human being. They did some drills with him where he would get out at like he was run blocking. I mean, I was terrified for my life. I was afraid if he gets his momentum going, he's going to run into me, and I'm just going to die right here on the football field. He looked fantastic. They worked him at left tackle and right tackle, which I think would be great for him. That opens up some opportunities for him. He said talking to him afterwards, he said he talked to the Jets and the Giants the most. The Giants pick 5th and 7th. The Jets pick 4th and 10th. I don't see any way on earth he's getting past 10. If he's there at 10, the Jets will take him, and he'll be gone. Emerson, I think he's solidified himself as a day 2 pick, and I think Polk has probably solidified himself to at least be drafted probably somewhere on day 3.
Okay. You mentioned run blocking for Charles Cross. I'm assuming that's something that scouts want to see, right? Because they haven't seen a lot of that from him in the last 2 years at Mississippi State.
Yeah, and
it's not like he was really run blocking. I mean, he was running to an area as if he were run blocking.
All right, there were guys with tackling dummies and stuff like that, but you see the fluidity, you see the athleticism, the ability to get downfield. His arms are so long that it's easy for him to engage with guys. He really does look like an NFL player, even before taking an NFL snap. He looks like a guy that you can, and this, Richard. You covered Laramie Tunsil all those years. There's some guys that just walk onto campus and you're like, that guy's an NFL player. I don't have to see a snap. I can just tell you from looking. Cross is that way too. He's just built like a brick house, and he knows how. His footwork is so good. He's going to be a guy that, if he stays healthy, will block for somebody for 10, 12 years.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly where I was headed with that as well, was, he's a guy that, assuming he's able to avoid injury in the NFL, and that's obviously making a big assumption, is he's a 10-year player. And, I don't know that you're ready to say he's a Pro Bowler or he's an All-Pro or whatever. Right. I mean, you got to see how it happens. But in terms of a starting offensive lineman in the NFL, he's going to do that for the next decade. Hey, so tell me a little bit more beyond just 40 time and broad jump. It's real easy when you're talking about quarterbacks or receivers. You understand how it works at Pro Day. You need to see a quarterback throw. You want to see a receiver run routes and catch. How do they work out DBs in a Pro Day setting?
They do a lot of backpedal, pivot, and then get downfield, high point the ball. They want to throw passes up that he's got to jump to get. They want to throw quickly out of a break. Sometimes, as soon as he's pivoting, the ball can be there. Can you intercept that? And the agility drills that we like to make fun of, the 3-cone and everything. As soon as they set the 3 cones up, Michael, I immediately was like, oh, God, it's DK Metcalf's worst nightmare here.
Here we go.
But those are important for a defensive back because they have to make those quick turns. They have to be able to pivot quickly. And he did really well in those drills. So he's got all their measurables. But, on film, he's not a guy that stands out as much because only one career interception. But by and large, it's because teams just didn't throw to him. Everybody points to that touchdown he gave up against Seth Williams. Well, that's great. How many other touchdowns did he give up in his career at Mississippi State? Not a whole lot. He really did a good job of taking away his side of the field. So the film will be really good for him. Same with Polk, right? The film is what's going to get Polk drafted. I mean, the measurables are good. They're okay. But when you turn on the film and you see a guy who caught 100 passes, 1,000 yards, and catches the ball when he gets open and when you throw it to him, that's what's going to get Makai Polk drafted is the